and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Joshua Raoul Brody. Rebecca Stackley. Kim Orr. Kimberly McLean. William Hall. Corey Rosen. Jenny Rosen. Your co-host for the evening, Hillary Daddio Perone. And ladies and gentlemen, your host for the Blank Show, Mr. Chris Sam.
Thank you so much, Joshua Raoul Brody. Let's give some virtual applause and love to him in the chat. Thank you so much, Joshua. Great to see you, Hillary. Welcome. And you're muted. That's okay. We'll fix it. The good news is we've got our audience, so you're not muted. You can use the chat as you wish. And you can also, if you're joining us on Facebook Live, you can chat on that as well as include likes or emojis. And most importantly, let's meet tonight's stars. Welcome, stars. So great to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I noticed in that intro, we put Rebecca, Tim, Kimberly, William, Corey, Jenny. So I think we'll go Rebecca, Tim, Kimberly, William, Corey, Jenny, just for, just to make things simple, because we know in the Zoomosphere, we don't actually see everyone on the same way when you're on your screen at home. So the good news is we will be trying to make that really obvious so that these are the stars that you're trying to match. And how are you doing tonight, stars?
So good.
Looking
I feel so good I could blank.
Say that again, William.
I feel so good I could blank.
Oh, good. You feel so good you could blank. Well, I am glad you're here. Audience, as you see, it's going to be a highly interactive and fun show. You're going to get to fill in the blanks along with the contestants and celebrities with us. So,
Chris, it's my first time as a panelist on this show, but I'm a huge fan. I've seen all the blank shows.
That's great. Fantastic. Who else in the audience? Make some noise in the chat if you have seen a blank show before. Make some noise if it's your first time, and let us welcome you here. All right, we've got some newbies and first timers. Welcome to the blank show. So as you can see, we're an improvised game show, and we're going to be getting a few contestants up to match the stars when we fill in the blank. So panelists, what's something that made you laugh this week? What was the moment of laughter that you might have found? Yeah, Jenny.
Yes, I was, we're working, I'm married to Corey, who's right there for me. And not right there. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so he was, we were working together, and we were, I was talking to him, and he goes, I think I heard some words you were speaking or something like that. And that made me laugh right out loud.
I think I heard some words you were speaking. Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, I acknowledge I heard that there were words being spoken. I just couldn't identify what they were.
Great. Well, tonight we'll see. We're hoping to find some words that match our audience. And it sounds like we've got a couple of contestants. Hillary, is that right? Do we have some contestants?
Yes, that is correct, Chris. We have several contestants in the audience. All
right. Well, Hillary, why don't you bring two of our contestants to the stage so we can get to meet them and find out more about them.
Great. Tonight you will be, our first two contestants will be Shelly and Portia.
Applause to Shelly and Portia. Welcome Shelly and Portia to our screen.
Woohoo!
Pew, 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 pew.
We have a long aisle for them to walk up. It's a spiral staircase to get them to the stage. Here we go. Hi, Portia.
Hi.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi. My screen is messed up. Hold on.
We thought we had a cat with you.
Hey.
Hi there. Welcome.
Hi.
All right. Well, we're going to do some contestant interviews. So let's start with you, Portia. You made it to the stage first. Let's get to know Portia a little bit better. Tell us a little bit about you.
I live in San Diego and with my husband and 3 cats. And I am an entrepreneur and I like to have fun and play, and I'm very happy to be here.
Fantastic. Spoken like a true game show contestant. That was the perfect answer. No wonder it took you a while to get here from San Diego. But for those of us in the audience that love cats, give some some meows in our chat. All the way from San Diego, and you're an entrepreneur. We are so delighted to have you here. Give it up for Portia.
Yay.
All right. And Portia, it wouldn't be a game show if we didn't have a challenger. So let's get to meet your challenger tonight. We're going to meet Shelly. And Shelly, help us get acquainted with you. What should we know about Shelly?
Hi, I live in San Francisco, and I have 3 cats also. Their names are Cleopatra, Mark Antony, and Julius Caesar. And I am a lawyer. I represent death row inmates in their post-conviction proceedings. And so I need laughs all the time.
Yeah. Well, spoken again like a true game show professional. Welcome here, Shelly. We're so glad you're here. So now you got to mention your cat's names. Portia, are you feeling left out? Do you want to give a shout out to your cat's names?
Sure. I'm going to give a shout out to Naughty, Manners, and Fluff.
All right. Well, fantastic. We've got the Battle of the Cat triads, trios. They're going to go head to head in Portia versus Shelly. Now,
It's a cat fight. Come on.
Well, this is why you're on the panel, Corey, and I am just hosting. That's how it works. The good news is we've also got the Battle of San Diego versus San Francisco. So we're going to see who gets bragging rights after the first round. The good news is the winner of this round is going to go home with a special prize, and we're going to bring Hillary on to tell us about it. Right, Hillary?
That's right, Chris. The winner of tonight's blank show will receive this fabulous prize, $30 to any BATS virtual class.
Awesome.
That's right. We've got classes in our virtual wing. So thank you so much, Hillary. So no pressure, contestants, but good luck. All right. So we're going to go to our first questions. And many of our people have sent them in from our Q&A. So send those into the chat. And Hillary is going to be capturing some of those into the Q&A. So we'll know where we get the prompts, which will be from you there at home. So when you think of a good prompt that has a fill in the blank, we'll be able to use it. All right. And I see some of them already coming into me. So let's start with you. Portia, would you like question A or question B? Oh, we keep getting so many and they hide away. Can you copy those, Hillary, into our Q&A, and then that way I'll just track them better. Sorry, Portia, we'll give you some thinking music as I capture this for myself. All right, Portia.
I got it.
Okay.
B.
B, great. You chose B. Fantastic. Well, here's your question then, Portia. My job is so boring that I need a blank to get through the day. My job is so boring that I need a blank to get through the day.
A banana.
Oh, sorry. That's a great answer. Very good answer. Now, what I forgot to do as a host is explain the game. I forgot to explain how the game works.
Yay!
Thanks. Thanks for that important reminder. What's going to happen? We're going to read that question. We're going to give you some thinking time to think of your answer while our celebrities write out their answer, as William is showing you in his virtual diagram of the process and what that looks like. Once they have their answers locked in, you will reveal your answer, something like a banana. And if anyone who has written a banana, we will match that. Now,
Wait, do I need to get a paper and a pen?
the good news is you don't. As long as you don't say your answer, you can just audibly say it once they've written their answer.
I see. Okay.
So now that we've explained the game and I've wasted a perfectly great question, we're going to move on to a new question. But that was worth it. Everyone, I'm so glad we did it. And we're going to give you some bonus, give some bonus appreciation to Portia for that answer in the chat audience, please.
Good answer, Portia.
It was a good answer. Okay, let's see. Portia, I've got a new B, so you can keep the same A or go with the new B. Which is your choice?
I'm going to switch it up. I'm going with A. Big money on A.
Oh, switching it up, going with A, big money. All right, well, here was the A question. The best thing to get at the farmer's market is blank. The best thing to get at the farmer's market is blank. All right, it looks like our stars are about finishing up their answers. Most people are locked in. Corey has given me the nod of approval. And all right, now we go to you, Portia. And Shelly, your question will come up second. Again, I didn't explain that part of the game, but that's part of improvising game shows live over Zoom. Portia, here we go. You said the best thing to get at a farmer's market is blank.
Now I say what it is.
That's right.
Time.
Time. Good answer.
H.
Yeah, THYME.
Oh.
Yeah, if you said TIME, not the same thing. And we're going to see how much time we find, probably more than we found in the beginning of this intro to the show. Let's start with Rebecca. We're looking for time. What have we got in your square?
I'm sorry, I've got time in my garden, so it didn't occur to me, but I can never get enough of these, and it's nectarine season in California.
Ah, nectarines.
Sorry, Portia.
Not a match. Tim, we're going to go to you next.
Yes, hi, Portia. Portia, I misread your personality quite a bit, and I need to apologize for my answer, which is farmers. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fantastic. Let's go over to Kimberly McLean. What did you say, Kimberly?
Yeah, I should have known that when you said banana and I was writing down drink, that you were much classier than I am, because what I said was picked up. The best thing to get at a farmer's market is picked up. What? You were thinking, thank you, Portia. Thank you.
Over to William Hall. William, what did you say?
I recently went to the farmer's market, and it was a great experience. Got great vegetables, but I also got something I didn't think I was going to get.
Annoyed.
Hey, you're too close to me. Where's your mask? Hey, hold on.
Yeah. That was the best thing to get. I would hate to see your don't order list. Let's go over to Corey.
Well, Portia, also I have bad news. I did not say time, but I also, recognizing the situation that we're in right now, I think that the best thing you can get at the farmer's market is some patience. I think just being patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annoyed, patient. No one's getting food. We're all going to the farmer's market, getting picked up, and no food. Let's go to Jenny Rosen. Here we go. Food and time. Hillary, I think that's a match. Is that right?
Yes, it's totally a match.
Fantastic. Fantastic. That means, Portia, thanks to Jenny Meyer Rosen, you score 1 point.
Woo!
All right. Well done. Let's go to Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
Hello.
Now we get to give you the new B question. In honor of our audience, first timers, the newbies out there, the new B. And the new B is this, sent in by another alert viewer. Big Eddie had to shut down the bar after 2 customers started blank. And I think we should say started blanking. So Big Eddie had to shut down the bar after 2 customers started blanking.
Wow.
Type that into the chat and you'll have time to think. All right. So let's go to you, Shelly. What did you say?
After 2 customers started sneezing.
Sneezing. Fantastic. Great topical answer. Well done. All right. We're going to go to our based on Rebecca's reaction. Don't hold your, hold on, Shelly. This is going to be a rough round. Here we go. Let's start with Rebecca.
Not much of a poker face here. I'm so sorry, Shelley. I was thinking the before times. I wrote boinking.
Yeah. Boinking in the before times. Over to Tim. What did you say, Tim?
I also went BC before COVID with my answer. Seems so antiquated now. Fighting.
No, not a match. Let's go to Kimberly.
Oh God, do you remember, Shelly, when the worst thing that could happen at a bar was fighting? Fighting. Tim and I are on the same wavelength.
I miss it.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Tim and I used to get in a lot of bar fights together.
And Rebecca misses boinking there, I guess.
Yeah. That's why we would get in the fights. We'd get in the fights because she was busy boinking and Tim and I would have to defend her honor.
Picking up farmers at the farmers market. Over to you, William. Let's cut through this.
Happened in the same bar. I think mine might be a match. It could be a match. We'll have to go to the judges for that.
It's definitely a match.
Shelley, you're a good advocate.
Yes, it's a total match. It's definitely a match.
No, in this day and age, that is annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a theme for me showing up.
All right. Well, we're going to go to our judges, and our judges have said, it's our magic 8 ball. Future is in doubt. Oh, not a match, but it's in doubt. So if
wait, can I litigate that?
Yeah. Well, if you want to go up against the magic 8 ball, I would put my money on you, quite frankly. I think we are to Corey Rosen in this round, but I got very distracted. Corey, what did you say?
Well, I also think that this might be a call for the judges because, a sneeze is a spontaneous, involuntary response, just like puking.
I'm not even gonna go for that.
No? Yeah, Shelley, no,
there is snooking, which is sneezing and puking at the same time.
That was my second choice.
All right. Well, we've started a lot of responses in the chat window, I see on that. Jenny Meyer Rosen, what did you say, Jenny?
Well, sometimes when I'm at a bar and I've been drinking, I have an involuntary response as well, and it's French kissing.
Oh.
Which can lead to boinking.
Can lead to fighting.
It could be annoying.
They're all interconnected, just not into a point situation. So our future was in doubt. We stayed at 0, Shelley. But the good news is we have 2 rounds, so you have a chance to take the lead. Yeah, Rebecca.
Could we see what audience members think might be the?
Yeah, we should do that. And thank you so much for that, because we have some important announcements to make. The first announcement, audience, is we will ask you for your answers after the round. We want to make sure that we let the contestants have time to think of their answers and not be influenced unduly by your answers. So let's go back to the first thing. What's the best thing to get at the farmer's market? We're going to find out.
Clearly a date.
Flowers.
Oh, nice.
The farmers.
The farmers are way ahead.
Now your banana would have come back.
Virus.
Ooh.
Fantastic. And now let's find out, what do we say about why did the Big Ernie kick you out of the bar because two patrons were what? Blanking.
Shooting, fighting, poking,
I
twerking.
see twerking. That's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Greg, you and I.
yeah, some people were on the same. Those of you on Facebook Live, if you don't know what's happening, we have a Zoom chat and people in our audience are chatting some of their answers. So next time, join us through the Zoom chat. And otherwise, in Facebook Live, you can chat your own answers and your audience can see yours. So let's bring back Hillary and find out what else Hillary has been going on in the chat while we were playing our first round games. Anything you want to call attention to, or did you want to call attention to our next questions?
Well, I did see that somebody picked up the farmer at the farmer's market. I don't know if you guys saw that one. I think personally, that's a great option to get. Might be a little expensive. Hope it's organic. But otherwise, very ready to move on to the next questions.
All right, fantastic. So we've got our questions, and this time, Shelly, you're going to go first. You get to choose A or B. Which would you like?
I'm gonna go with A.
A. Okay, great. And let's see here. A is in this other chat. Okay, you said A, and we've got the A question. My fur coat must be made out of dog hair. Every time I wear it, I blank. My fur coat must be made out of dog hair. Every time I wear it, I blank. Thank you, Joshua and Keys. And our celebrities are locked in with their answers. So let's go to Shelly. Shelly, what did you say?
I said I bark.
Yeah, my fur coat must be made of dog hair because every time I wear it, I bark. Great answer. So here we go. We're going to go to
Of course,
Rebecca.
that's the right answer, but your dog may be more healthy than mine because I get fleas.
Oh, not a match. Over to Tim.
You know, Chris, every time I wear my dog hair fur coat, I hump myself, but I don't think that's true for everyone. And so I thought maybe for most people, it works.
Yay! That is a match. And you're getting quite a bit of love in our chat window for that matching answer. Well done, Shelly. Well done. Let's go to Kimberly. What did you say?
This is pretty close, so we'll see what the judges say. Like most of you, my fur coat must be made of dog hair because when I wear it, I poop in a yard. I poop in a yard. So, Shelly, you're the lawyer. You tell me if that is. I mean, you might bark while you do it. I'm not judging. I don't know.
If you confuse,
what I do. I just know my life.
Kimberly, if you confuse pooping and barking, we have some other issues to talk about.
We'll talk after. Maybe we'll talk after.
Yeah, let's one-on-one. We'll set it up. William is hiding behind his answer. William, what did you say?
Well, I'm a dog owner, and sometimes we share coats. I said, every time I wear my dog's coat, I fetch.
Oh, that was my second choice.
Mm. Well, either one would have scored you a point, it looks like. Let's hope you get some more barks with our next guest, Corey. Our next, not guest, celebrity star, Corey Rosen. What did you say, Corey?
Well, Shelly, I have a dog fur coat, actually, and whenever I wear it, it just makes me itch. It's definitely not quite the same.
Not the same. All right, Jenny, we're looking for bark. We hope you brought it. Sneeze.
Allergies.
Get out of my bar. Leave.
I went obvious.
All right, not a match, but good news, Shelly. You are on the board with 1 point.
Woo!
All right, this will decide it. So, Portia, you've got our next question. If you get a point or more, you're going on with our grand prize. If not, we'll have a tie, and likely both of you will win prizes. Who knows? We'll see. But let's find out. we're going to give you this question next, and it is this one from our Q&A. I am the terrible. Oh, sorry. There's more to it. I am the terrible improviser. Aha. Said, I don't need a partner. I have my blank. I am the terrible improviser. Said, I don't need a partner. I have my blank. All right, here we go. It's our moment of truth. Portia, what did you say to fill in that blank?
I don't need a partner. I have my ventriloquist dummy.
Oh,
Good answer. That would totally take care of you if you have one. Let's see if any of our improvisers brought ventriloquist dummies with them.
Sorry, my improv brain took me to the kind of improviser that doesn't feel they need a partner, and that's one that has a great big ego.
So, I don't know any of those. Tim Moore, what did you say?
Portia, your answer is rather upsetting to me because you seem to be inferring or implying, sorry, that a ventriloquist dummy isn't real, which I'd never heard that, but it's not the answer I gave.
Oh, you have yourself. That's right. And you are not a ventriloquist dummy. You are a real live boy, Tim Moore. Let's go to. That was more condescending than it meant to be. Kimberly,
Couldn't you make
William.
the case that a ventriloquist dummy is?
Yes.
Couldn't you make that case?
is yourself.
You could make that case, and let's see what her magic 8-ball says.
No.
No way. It said.
You didn't look at that 8-ball.
I didn't look at it. No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see what it says.
No way.
Yeah, it says no way. How about that? There's 6 phrases, and that's one of them. All right. That is not a match. Kimberly, thank goodness we're back to you. Put us back on track.
I know I said this before, but we may need to go to the judges to see if this is the same. Stick with me, because what I said, Portia, was imaginary friends.
Ooh.
And I feel like a ventriloquist could be an imaginary friend. Much like in an ear might make you bark. But I do think this imaginary friend could be a ventriloquist dummy.
If you go to kindergarten and you say you have an invisible friend or a ventriloquist doll, you have very different things that happen to you, not a match.
They are not mutually exclusive. They can be the same thing.
William Hall, moving on to you.
Well, I did think of a couple of words, but they were 4-letter words. I ended up with this word, which is ego.
Ego is clearly a popular choice this round. Let's go to you, Corey. What did you say?
Well, Portia, there was a few trends I noticed in the panel today, and some of them were closer, some of them were further, and some of them were just your own bad self. And that was
another self.
Another self.
Yeah. All right. Well, this could do it. We're looking for ventriloquist doll. Jenny.
What? What are you even talking about? I didn't write this, but Jenny did. She wrote dick. She wrote dick.
Okay, Avenue Q.
Sorry, it wasn't a match.
Yeah, not a match. Well, the good news, this is some really good news, audience, because that means, Portia, you carry over your 1 point from the last round. Shelley, you have 1 point, which means both of you are going home with prizes. So it all worked out that no one was willing to spell the word ventriloquist on their card. Let's give it up for Shelly and for Portia. Thanks so much for playing. Best to you and all of your cats. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the second half of the Blank Show with 2 new contestants in our chat window. Let's wave them off and send them some virtual applause. Thank you both. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think your appearance here tonight qualifies you to put that on LinkedIn as a resume element.
All right. Well, let's bring Hillary back to our screen because we have some audience members to go to find out what you would have said in those last 2 rounds. So we're going to start with the second question because that's what I have first in my chat, which was that terrible improviser. I saw you all said that you had some answers. Let's find out what you said.
My hand.
I know Alba had an answer and Laura had an answer. Oh no, Laura was stumped. My blow up doll, my phone. Oh, Tim, snooking, got a point. You have a match. Michael Grubb and you will both be snooking. To the first question, we had what happens when you put your dog jacket on. We got a great answer from Greg, who says he licks himself in public. Greg, kudos to you. That must be difficult with a mask. And we also, Sarah submitted a great pun. She takes a Shih Tzu.
Nice. Sleeping in her yard would have matched Kimberly with that one, I think. And
hers
well
was
done.
classier though. Her answer was much classier than mine. So apologies.
Well, that's why it's easy to come up with classy answers when you're on your couch at home in your pajamas, drinking a glass of Pinot Noir. We have all of these insane lights on our face, and we have to think of it and then spell it on a card. No offense, but the audience does have a good chance to think through some great answers.
They can't understand the pressure, Chris.
They just can't. But the good news is, thank goodness you all are here because those answers, let's give them a virtual toast. Well done, audience members. Cheers. And the good news is we've got 2 more contestants we're going to bring up. However, before we do that, we're going to do one of the most fun parts of the night. We're going to take about 3 minutes to reset. And so the idea will be we'll get 2 new contestants. We'll get 4 new questions from you. And we're going to get to do a live dance break that you can join us at home, dancing in your living room, or dance your way into the kitchen, get a drink and cocktail or water, iced tea, and come on back for the second round of the Blank Show right after this dance break.
kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. We'll do that call and response first, and I can't hear you guys when you all shout once. So just type it in the chat column. It's call and response. You ready? It said, hey, all night. It's all right.
All right.
It's okay all day. It's okay. I said line to do this. The peppermint twist. Hey, 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 yay, yay, yay.
Hey,
Hey, yay, yay. Hey, yay. The latency blues.
Give it up for Joshua Raul Brody on keys. And give it up to these stars for all of those dance moves. Brilliant stars, so fun to watch and fun to imagine how you were dancing at home. Thank you so much for joining us for that dance break. And I got busy dancing and not really paying attention to the game. So that's always fun. But I'm sure Hillary, who is, I need to look out. She's going to be taking my job for the next show. I hope you come gunning for me. You're so good, Hillary Daniel Perone. Let's go to, I'm sure you've got the questions that likely will be coming to the Q&A, so I'll see them. And we're going to get some contestants up. So we've got 2 new contestants to meet, and we're going to welcome those to the stage now. Who have we got, Hillary?
We have Sheila Merle and Diana.
Woohoo! Hey.
Diane.
All right. Diana and Sheila Merle, come on down.
Diane, I'm so sorry. I thought your name was Diana. That's what I heard during the beginning of the show, but I see you are Diane. I apologize.
Great. We've got Sheila Merle with us. And Sheila, you're on mute, just so you know. So we'll get your audio here in a moment.
There I am.
There you are.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. And let's see, do we have Diane as well?
Diane, would you like to turn your camera on and unmute?
Oh, look how she spells her name.
Wow. Well, while we're doing that, we're going to get to know Sheila Merle, our first contestant, and we'll meet Diane in just a moment. So Sheila, let's get to meet Sheila Merle.
Yes, thank you.
Sheila Merle, let's get to know a little bit about you. Tell us about Sheila Merle.
Sheila Merle lives in Novato in a beautiful community on a lagoon. And she, in her retirement, is doing all the things that are fun. Major goal, fun. And especially during this Zoomathon of life right now, I'm doing improv. I've done it for 3 years, and I'm doing it with a group in London and New York and in Oakland and LA and places I could never go normally, as well as locally. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, we're so glad you've been improvising, and you're improvising with us in San Francisco tonight, all the way from Nevada. Sheila Merle, welcome so much. Glad to have you on the show.
Okay.
And now let's meet your challenger tonight. We've got, I believe we have Diane. We'll see if we have Diane on camera.
I don't know if Diane is joining us, but Lori, would you like to be a contestant? I saw that you volunteered earlier.
Great. Let's bring up Lori. And Diane, you're on standby. If we have time for a bonus round, we'll get you up. And if not, you're going to go home with a wonderful consolation prize. And our sincerest hopes that you'll be a contestant on our next Blank show next weekend here at Bats Improv. So let's invite Lori up to the stage. Lori, there we go. So we've got Lori, our next challenger. Lori, help us get acquainted with you. What should we know about Lori?
Well, I was hoping I wasn't coming up because I was just finishing my dinner, but I'm going to wait on that. So I live in Oakland. I do lots of improv and love seeing you guys. I love being part of this.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Fantastic. Well, so what are we having for dinner that you will get to have after this round?
I don't think anybody's going to want it. It's a vegan and gluten-free bun. So it's yeah, it tastes, vegan and gluten-free.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we have some vegan gluten-free fans in our audience, and they will let you know about it in the chat, because that's what they'll do. We're so glad you're visiting from Oakland. Sheila Merle, you're visiting from Novato. Everyone in the chat, you're visiting from around the world. And we're going to start with our first round question. Sheila Merle, you were up to the stage first. Which would you like, A or B?
A.
A. All right. So we've got a question for you, which is this. Carl the Fog returned to San Francisco so boldly that SF residents couldn't even see blank. Carl the Fog returned to San Francisco so boldly that SF residents couldn't even see blank. Thank you, Joshua. And we're going to go to Sheila Merle for your answer. Carl the Fog returned to San Francisco so boldly that SF residents couldn't even see
the cable cars.
The cable cars.
Great answer.
Good answer.
Iconic answer. Let's go to one of our icons of the stage, Rebecca Stockley.
Oh, thank you, Chris. For me, I live out in the Presidio where the fog is so thick I can't even see my own nose. But of course, I'm also wearing a mask, so I can't see my own mask. Sorry, Sheila Merle.
Why William wears that red clown nose all the time. Tim Moore, what did you say?
Well, I said that the fog was so thick that we couldn't even see the fog. However, look, Chris, I want to go to the judges on this because
Okay, start that cable Carl hashtag now. That is going to start trending tonight. Even despite your best intentions with your hands, not a match. Let's go over to Kimberly. What did you say, Kimberly?
I just want to say I did my best. But I said each other.
Oh.
See each other. And it was so sad. It was so sad.
That's right.
Very sad.
Also sad that we have yet to give Sheila Merle a point.
Let's know.
To William Hall, what did you say, William?
Well, I really felt a psychic connection here, and I felt like we were on the same page. And so I wrote down exactly what you were saying in my head.
Sutro Tower, yeah. Yeah, another iconic SF landmark. Brilliant. Let's go to Corey. What did you say, Corey?
You know, Sheila Merle, you're very in tune with the iconography of the Bay Area, of San Francisco, and a cable car. I mean, what could be more San Francisco than a cable car? You couldn't even see that, or maybe the bridge. I don't know. I was also
but the
but very much the same. They're really very similar, but also very different.
Only one chance left.
One chance left for this round. Chances are we're going to be playing a second round. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Myra Rosen, what did you say, Jenny?
Yeah, I went. They couldn't even see their hipster mustaches. I'm sorry, Sheila Merle.
The music was saying those little cable cars. Listen.
Terrible. Terrible.
Well, it's terrible that Joshua is influencing all of our answers. He's there just to thwart our contestants, apparently. Don't pay too much attention to, you never know if that's going to actually help you in this. Look out.
Thank you, Joshua. I got it.
That's right, you did. Let's go to Lori for our other question, which is going to be this one that I'm typing now. Have you heard Beach Blanket Babylon closed its doors? Where will all the blank go now? Beach Blanket Babylon has closed its doors. Where will all the blank go now? All right. So, Lori, we're going to go to you. I guess you've heard Beach Beach Blanket Babylon has closed. So where will all the blank go now? What did you say?
Hats. Where will all the
Hats. Good answer. Yep, that makes sense. I saw William have a light bulb go above where his hat should go. Let's see what Rebecca said.
What? Oh,
Whoa!
Big hats. It's a match. It's a match.
Look at Sheila
Wear like
Martin's
a big
face right
hat.
now.
Can you put that hat back on, Rebecca? That looks so good. Just for those people at home. Okay, there we go. Tim Moore, we're looking for more big hats. What did you say?
Well, it seemed to me that the only right answer really was tourists. But I don't like right answers.
Oh. 2 hats. Hats off to you. Let's go to Kimberly. What did you say?
I had a little spelling snafu, so I'll say that up front before people judge me on chat. But what I said was headdresses, a fancy word for hats. Big hats, headdresses.
That's right. That is a kind of hat. Let's go over to William Hall. What did you say, William?
I had a little spelling snafu too, but I said, as you can see, hats.
Oh. Hacks, and hats are not the same spelling.
Okay.
Had
All right.
politicians was on your card. Let's go over to Corey Rosen. We're looking for hats. What can
You know,
we
it was so exciting, Lori, to see so many people kind of reading your mind that I'm one of them. I'm just also in there. Also hats.
Hats.
Wow.
Wow. This may be a record. Let's go to Jenny Rosen. What did you say, Jenny?
Survey says big.
Oh my goodness.
5.
Close. Pretty
5 points.
Pretty close.
I'm ashamed.
Well, Sheila Merle, don't give up hope. Lori still might totally bomb the next round, and you could come back with a clean sweep and snatch the prize. So we're going to find out. We're going to go to our next question. And Lori, let's see if you can build on your lead. Do you want A or B?
I'm going to go A.
A. Okay. A. What day of the week is it? And why are my pants on blank? What day of the week is it? And why are my pants on blank?
Okay.
Right.
Monday morning couldn't guarantee.
One, but
I
I'm
need
going.
to clarify what day of the week it is, and I am late to a meeting. Let's see. Let's go to Lori. What day of the week is it? And why are my pants on blank?
Okay.
What did you say?
Chris on this one. Thursday, and why are my pants on backwards?
Backwards. Good answer. We're looking for backwards. And let's see what Rebecca Stockley said. Rebecca, over to you. It's on mute. It's okay. What day of the week is it?
That was the very first thing I thought of. Of course, it's Monday, because it's Monday. And why are my pants on my body?
What
am I doing
in the chat
today?
window, just let us know if you're wearing
Pants.
pants or not. I talked over everyone. What did we miss? Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. People are just telling us if they're wearing pants or not, I think. But we'll go to Hillary for confirmation on that. Let's go over to you, Tim. Or what did you say, Tim?
Well, it seemed to me that the first thing came into my mind was power saver mode, but that, I never go with what comes to my mind first.
Oh!
That is a match. Fantastic. And so now over to you, Kimberly McLean. What did you say?
Yeah, you all live a very different, I'm going to say somewhat classier life than I do during this pandemic, at least. I've been alone for a long time. So I said my cat. Why are my pants on my cat? I'm not judging it. I'm just curious.
No, they find it so cozy and comfy there. William Hall, what did you say?
I just went with the obvious answer for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people, why are my pants on
Or
the floor?
Yeah.
yeah.
Why wouldn't they be?
Exactly.
Just as obvious for me, William and Lori, I would think like if I don't know what day of the week it is, it's likely that my pants are on the barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's pretty obvious, at least in
Makes
my
it drier.
Yeah.
It works in a pinch. Let's go to you, Jenny. What did you say?
I went the domestic animal route as well. I said, why are my pants on my dog?
Wow. Well, thanks to Tim Moore, your backwards response got you a 1-pointer, which takes you up to 6 points and a very hefty lead. All right, Lori. All right, Sheila Morrow.
Sheila Morrow, we're back at it. Here we go.
All right, Sheila Morrow, we're on it. Now, if you psychically get this one right, send some vibes their way. We're going to give you this question, which is, Bill the Barber. Thank you. Look at we got everyone sending them. So audience, send them at home. Bill the Barber had to work overtime when blank showed up. Bill the Barber had to work overtime when blank showed up. I woke up from my nap. I just took a nap in my brain. Sheila Merle, we are going back to you, and it's Bill the Barber said had to work overtime because blank showed up. What did you say?
A gorilla.
Gorilla. Very good answer. That is a lot of hair, and that is a lot of opportunity for you to get points. Let's find out. We're going to start with you, Rebecca Stockley. What did you say?
I love that answer because we know that the gorillas do exist. I went with a fictitious creature. I tried to spell Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. That's right, Sasquatch.
It could have been a gorilla that was mistaken as a.
Yeah, we're going to give it to you. That's a point. Congratulations. I threw out the magic 8-ball. I have retired it. I just sent it out the window. I hope I didn't injure anyone. Tim Moore, what did you say?
Well, I also put an animal, but unfortunately not a gorilla.
Oh, Wolfman.
However, if you rearrange the letters, it does spell gorilla.
Keep working that out, you and those monkeys and typewriters. Let's go to Kimberly. What did you say?
I, unlike Rebecca, didn't try to spell Sasquatch. I couldn't figure it out. So I just wrote Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, yeah.
So
Good
does
point.
I get a point?
Yeah, we're going to give it, there's so much hair we can't recognize. We can't tell them apart. Over to you, William.
I think I got the same answer. I'm known by many different names. My answer was...
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You are. And I'm not going to even suggest people put in the chat what I'm thinking in my brain. Let's go over to Corey Rosen. What did you say?
Well, I wish that I was a little bit more in sync with you, Sheila Merle. I didn't say ape. I didn't say Bigfoot. I said Yeti is what I said.
Yeti.
Yay!
Yeti. Yeah. Yeti.
That's another name. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're not done yet. Jenny Rosen, what did you say?
Yeah, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky for the judges on this one. I'm going to tell you right now because I did as an improviser. I always want to follow my first impulse, and you have to go to the judges. I went Chewbacca the Wookiee, which could be Sasquatchy, Bigfooty.
That's right. They all have the same amount of hair. Congratulations, 5 points.
What's the score, Chris?
Well, the score is 6-5, which means that Lori.
I need to say something then, Chris.
Yeah.
I misread my card as Wolfman. I misread it. It actually had said gorilla.
All right. Well, here's the thing. It sounds like Sheila Merle. It sounds like people would like you to also get a prize. Audience, is that right? Would we like Sheila Merle? Yeah, I'm saying yes, yes, yes. Congratulations, Sheila Merle and Lori. You're both winners. All right, congratulations. Both of you are getting a virtual wing training up to $30 value. Hillary Daddio Perone will show you that prize now.
Yay!
All right, let's give some virtual love and admiration to Sheila Merle and Lori.
Yay.
Thank you both, improvisers. Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to improvising with you soon here at Bats Improv. All right, stars.
Can we hear the audience answers?
Yes. So William and Rebecca both reminded me that I haven't done my job all night. And it's about time I start. So we've got 4 different questions, audience. This is where you get to have some fun with us. So we're going to start from the beginning, back 37 years ago. And it was Carl the Fog was so thick and boldly thick, that we couldn't even see blank in San Francisco. Let's find out what you said.
Shit.
Yeah, that's
Beef
right.
soup. Yeah. Yeah, check out the chat, those of you at home. And yeah, so we'll let Hillary pick out a couple of standout answers there.
We got the Salesforce Tower, a good one. We have naked dudes on Castro Street. They're everywhere. I do have to say they're throughout the city.
Yep, they caught my eye.
Avocado toast. That was a particular. Even Jenny Rosen called that one out. That gave me a chuckle.
Thank you so much, audience. And now we're going to go to our next question, which is Beach Blanket Babylon. We're so sorry it closed. Now where will all the blank go? What did you all say at home?
The boomers.
Yep. And Hillary's going to call out some of her favorites from this round.
Drag queens, big hats, divas, 3-story wigs.
That's right. And boomers. Finally, our final 2 rounds we had. Let's go to this. What day is it and why are my pants on blank, audience? What did you say at home?
Yeah.
I do want to say we had some non-believers in the audience. There were several people who said they don't wear pants. They don't believe in wearing pants. We had a lot of people with their pants on their animals. Zoe had her pants on Mochi. I mean, if Mochi likes the pants.
So it sounds like we had some of those nude San Franciscans here.
I told you, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And finally, last but not least, what made Bill the barber work overtime? Who showed up? Who filled in your blank, audience? Hard to tell the difference between some of those answers. They all look very similar to me.
So good.
Oh, so good. So good. Yes.
Oh.
And Hillary, what do you want to call out there that you noticed?
We had Fabio. It's several Fabios. My upper lip, not mine, but somebody put that in the chat.
So good. These are great virtual background ideas for our next show. So keep that in mind. Send all of your pictures of Fabio to me. Fantastic. Audience, give yourselves a big round of applause. So good. So good. This is so great, audience. We have had so much fun playing with you. And let's chat a little bit with our stars before we go. And Stars, what a wonderful delight to play with all of you, all 6 of you. This was your first show doing the Blank Show.
That's right.
Yeah. How was it playing, Stars? What did you enjoy most about the show tonight? Rebecca.
I love how fancy it is.
It is so fancy. So many sparkles. Yeah, Kimberly.
I feel like I just like seeing people's imaginations like on cards or hearing it. So it's just fun to see like when I think we're all legit trying to like say what we think is right, knowing it's so hard to get it right. So it feels magic when we do. I just love the imaginations of this group of people.
Totally. Well, we're going to stick around with some more Q&A after we do our credits and end credits to the show. So audience, if you're interested in thinking about what's more on the top of mind of our celebrities, please stick around and join us for the Q&A. But before we go, it's time to give some big shout outs, love and applause. We're going to start with our contestants tonight. So let's hear it for our first round contestants, Shelly, Portia, Sheila Merle, and Lori. Give it up for those 4. And don't forget, you 4 contestants, be sure and reach out to us so that you get your virtual wing gift certificate prize. Let's hear it for my wonderful co-host, Hillary Daddio Perrone. That wonderful person tickling the keys, Joshua Raul Brody. All you fabulous people at home, you know who you are. Thank you so much for being here. Those joining us on Facebook Live, those joining us on this Zoom meeting, thank you, audience. We could literally not do the show without you. You are the stars of the show and the stars of our screen. Please give it up for Batt's Main Stage Company, all of our stars. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, William. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Jenny. Point to a person that you enjoyed their answer. I want to give a special shout out to our MC who kicked everything off this evening, Lisa Rowland.
Hey, great show, everybody. Is there anybody else you need to acknowledge?
No, we'll just do, let's have Joshua play a little bit of a big ending and we'll do our final.
There it is.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great. Casey Clem wants to be a contestant now. Awesome. That was so fun. So thank you so much for that show. That was such a blast. I love that. We get to hang out. So audience, we get to hang out and have a little Q&A, a little chat. You can pop any questions you have into the chat. If anything comes to mind or any comments that you want to make about the show. First of all, contestants, I know Chris already sort of asked you this, but the one thing that I would love to sort of chat about is the fact that this is a pretty different show than a lot of the shows that Bats Improv does. And I wonder how it felt to you to do it. Well, like what was that experience like?
No. It didn't feel like a Bats Improv show to me, but it felt like hanging out with my friends.
Cool.
You know? Yeah. And that made it super fun because we got to hang out and also get to know the audience. So those 2 things were really fun for me.
Totally. So much amazing interaction. Like it feels like we're all in it together in this show. Jenny, what were you going to say?
I just was to say, I felt the pressure to try to get it right for our contestants.
Yeah. Get them points.
Yeah.
Great. I really liked Chewbacca the Wookiee. William, what's up?
Hey, Lisa.
William,
so much stuff is up. You know, it's different than an improv show because I'm not thinking about characters and I'm not thinking about the kind of storytelling that we traditionally value here. But it is a sort of relaxation and playtime. So it does have a Venn diagram sort of lap with what we always do, which is sort of looking for this playful engagement in the moment. Gosh, this is fun. Thanks, Chris, for bringing it.
Sweet. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tim, what you got?
Well, yeah, it's hard for me to talk about my feelings right now because I'm still very upset that Chris would not accept my misreading of the
Especially when
word
it's so
gorilla.
clear. Yeah.
It quite obviously says gorilla. And
It's-
so, let's drop it for now.
Yeah, right. We don't need to pick that. We don't need to open that wound.
We have to start dropping it, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very cool. Yeah, Kimberly, what you got?
Aside from the gorilla incident of 2020 that we're all going to be remembering and reliving for a while with Tim, I feel like this is like board games almost. Like I live alone, as I've mentioned a few times. My cat has now joined me for the show. But like one of the things I miss is like playing just games with my friends, or so like Corey said, it feels like I'm getting to play like a guessing game or a trivia game. And I feel like it's also really fun to get to play with Chris, who I don't often get to play with here. So just it feels like so much fun, and I love getting to see the chat comments. Right, and knowing that we're having like audience come in, it just feels like some of the best things about community and bats all come together in a really cool, neat way that's challenging for me in a really different way that I love. So thank you, Chris, for bringing this too and letting me play for the first time.
Yeah, big time. I want to just echo that there's so much love for you in the chat right now, Chris. Like people are like loving on you, and I want to also love on you and let people know like Chris, yeah, a game show master, and like this ability to be just like hold such an amazing energy for Master of Ceremonies and create this place of like complete playfulness. Like the structure is so much fun. There's so much wonderful interaction. It feels like such a blast. I think Craig popped in the chat, and I want to make sure everybody knows there's another blank show next Friday. So you can come back for another performance of the blank show. There will also be one. I'm going to spoil the surprise right now. On the last weekend of June for Pride weekend, there's a blank show Pride edition featuring special guests to Bats Improv from the drag community. So little plug there. Keep it in mind. Next Friday, and then the final weekend of June, Chris Sams and his amazing blank show will be back. Great to be back to improv with it.
I'm so excited. I love getting to play with you all as a guest. It's been so much fun to play. And I loved looking through the chat window and seeing what, having the audience share things that they loved. They love the interactive part, getting to feel like they're a part of the show. Having Sheila Merle say, feeling like that you all were on her side, that idea. Some people love the interactivity. Some people love just the game show format. And so I love getting to do this kind of work, because I think for me, that storytelling that William alluded to, for me, the story in a game show has its own story. Like we have the cat story, we have the bananas story. It's like, how bananas is it to screw up so much that we have to throw out a question? And yet it's this kind of wonderful part of the story that somehow feels right in an improvised format. And lastly, this idea of the support, which I just want to share. The first time I hosted the show, I was literally like a deer in the headlights a lot of the show. And tonight I was like just relaxing on a bus trip with my feet kicked back up, because Hillary had so much support. It was just on everything, and it was just so fun to have you. So thank you.
Yay. Yeah, special shout out, because Hillary is normally like behind the scenes. She's the one who like makes the shows go well, but is generally unseen. And how cool that she gets to be a part of, like, how cool that we get to see her. We get to like play with her in this show. It's like, and she looks very fancy.
She's always dressed like this, even when she's backstage, right?
That's right. Oh no, yeah, exactly. Sequins are like the baseline.
This is my sequin house dress.
This is my sequin house dress. So fun. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions for the cast?
Somebody asked, is it different not to have a live audience? How different is it?
Yeah. I mean, this is right. This is our 22nd show. We've done 22 virtual shows, and it's relatively new to us in our 34 years of doing improvisation, but we're starting to grow accustomed to it. So what's your impression of that? Like, how's the adjustment been, and what do you notice about that? Oh, and while you're thinking, Portia wants to know the name of Kimberly's cat.
I'm on it. I got it. It's
Great.
Izzy.
Okay, you're on it.
It's Isabel McLean, but she goes by Izzy, obviously.
To her friends and family, her loyal.
I'm happy to answer that question. I just feel like I've already talked a little bit, so I wanted to give space to other people to talk about what it's like not to have an audience.
I'm getting used to it. I'm definitely getting used to it. It was very, very weird in the beginning. I haven't played a ton of shows, but it was very weird before. I think it's just kind of conditioning, and now you're conditioned that there's no response, so then you just get used to it. That's for me.
Yeah, great. It's just different. Yeah, Chris.
I love, trying to encourage people to participate through the chat, because it is this other engaging show within a show. Like seeing Robin pop up and say, I love the puppet that Jenny brought in. It's like, I feel like they are there, and we can't usually do it because we're so focused on the scene or what we're doing in our role. So it's almost like that part of the audience, we can't feel it, but they feel it. They see their friends, they see that name pop up, and they're like, oh, you're in the audience too, and I see you, which is a feeling an audience member gets. So I think it's really for them. The chat is for them, not for us. Though I will say, reading it now, a shout out to my parents, if they're still on, from North Carolina. Hi, Ronnie and Zoe. You all got to see me improvise for the first time tonight.
Oh, wow.
So that is such a special thing.
The first time?
The first time they've seen me improvise ever was tonight.
So that's amazing. That is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So
congratulations.
Thank you. It was so fun to have them. I saw my dad mention 5 Crowns, a card game that they enjoy playing. So a shout out to that.
I will also say they were the first ones in the audience. The first ones. And so we got to chat a little bit, which was so lovely.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God, that puppet is amazing. That's incredible. I have to say, this is one of the things that I love the most is like, we get to see what the audience is saying to each other, which is just a thing that live performances do. We don't get that opportunity. The audience doesn't get that opportunity. We don't get to see what the audience is reacting to and enjoying and how they're contributing. We get to hear it in a different way, but like, that's like a really special thing about this different platform, which I just think is a real gift. I think it's a cool thing. Yeah, Tim.
I was just going to say, for me, I think the main difference is if we were live and you were able to see it clearly, you would quite clearly see. And so I think over Zoom, it's harder to read letters, probably.
Yeah, no, I think absolutely.
Did we say you weren't going to do this? Didn't we say you weren't going to do it? Didn't you say you weren't going to do this anymore?
Ronnie and Zoe are still here. Pat W asks, since these Zoom shows are so fun, even though they're different, do you think you might do some of them even after live audience shows are back? I will say it feels like a real possibility because so number one, it enables folks like Chris's parents to attend from North Carolina, but it also attends people, it allows people who like live in Palo Alto and don't want to make the drive to the Bayfront on a Friday night after work to attend, or people who live like an hour away and it's just too much to make it to the theater all the time. So it makes accessible what we do to people, that's what we're here to do, is to bring improv to people. So it helps us achieve our mission, which is pretty cool. I think Eve here from Ashland.
I think a lot of us, to what Chris said, like a lot of us have talked about, even in our workouts, right, that for those of us that have family elsewhere, sometimes this is the first time that they get to really see us do this. So like with my mom asked me this morning when we were talking, like, is there going to be a copy of the show I can watch tonight? So it's opened up this whole new world for us to be able to share this thing we love with people we love, and to like sort of open the door to a wider audience in a way that it feels magical, right? And it feels like a kind of an unexpected silver lining to everything that's going on for us right now. It's been very cool. It's really cool to wake up in the morning and send my mom like the Facebook Live posting, which all of you can do also, by the way. And for her to get to watch it and sort of know people's names too, and like be asking about how, Lisa said this in the chat, how's she doing, or whatever. Like it just feels like this connector. Hi, mommy. That I really love. So I appreciate this gift. So thank you for figuring out how to do it, Bats people.
Yeah. Yeah. Hillary, Daddy Apron. Corey Rosen, what's up?
Well, in fact, we have people in China and Japan that are watching our shows because it is Sunday morning there right now.
Oh my
And
God.
because of being able to do these shows, we actually last week, Rebecca, you taught a class in China.
Yeah, I did. My students were in Shanghai,
Mhm.
and I was in my guest room in San Francisco.
Huh?
And yeah, we had a full, introduction to bat style improv. There's quite a bit more improv now in China, and this was just, it was like a introductory class, but with specifically to the way we improvise, which is different. But what's wild is that it's just the way we improvise, so I don't know how to describe what's different about it.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And we're going to be doing more of that because that was such a hit. So I would say because of this weird situation that we're doing it like this, has created opportunities like that for Rebecca to teach bats improv in Beijing and Shanghai and wherever else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just taught kids in China. Kids.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. And Jenny is teaching bi-weekly, which I think means twice weekly. That's what I mean. A kids improv class that is half an hour at a time on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and is like killing it. I know several kids who will not miss it. My niece is one of them. She has attended.
What's your niece?
Fiona. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's her. So if you know children, there's just a ton of stuff that we're figuring out and putting together. So yeah, thrilling. Lots of ways to engage. Lots of ways to engage with bats and accepting the circumstances that this crazy time has given us and finding some positives in it, which is very, very cool. Yes, thank you. The classes are just posted in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, Rebecca, what's up?
I want to say one more thing. A couple people are still saying, but are you going to do shows after we get back into the theater? Are you going to do online shows? And I just want to say that I'm going to advocate for doing the blank show online, even after we are free to leap about together.
Yes, we will leap about together, and also we will do the blank show online.
I'm hoping.
Oh God, that sounds great. All right, great. Let's see. Awesome. This has been so fun. Thank you so much. We are going to go ahead and say goodbye. Oh, one thing I'll say first is for the 47 people who are still in the room. One thing that is, so first of all, thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting Bats. For those of you who made donations, you are keeping us alive during this time, making these shows possible. Thank you so much. Number two, another way that you can support us, if you'd like to, is tell a friend, tell somebody who doesn't know about Bats yet, tell them that you're going to watch The Blank Show next week, ask them to watch with you. We'd love to spread the word any way that we can. Thank you so much. If you don't, yes, Casey, if you donate, you can play. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. And thank you so much, stars. This was so fun.
You can't hear me, William, but you know I said bye-bye.
Bye-bye.